Hello and bonjour. This is Monty Brown in Louisiana with songs and stories about a special people who live in the southern part of our state. Nearly 250 years ago, the Cajuns found their way to Louisiana after they were forced from their Acadian homeland in Nova Scotia. Here on the prairies and bayous, they have ranched, farmed, fished, and traded, all the while preserving a unique culture and language. Waltz and two-step now to the music of the fiddles, accordions, and tifares. Savor the taste of étouffée, boudin, and jambalaya. Allons and visit Grandmamou, Basile, and Eunice. It's a Cajun Christmas with the music of Michael Doucet, Paul Daigle, Robert Elkins, and Cajun Gold, Harrison Fontenot, D.L. Menard, Nunc Ali Young, Harry Lafleur, and Les Amis Louisianaises. The stories of Hassa Ortego and Mary Alice Fontenot. Yes, this is it, Cher. It's a Cajun Christmas.
Dennis McGee out in the Eunice Mamou Prairie area said that they used to ride around on horseback drinking from a jug on the saddle, and every time they came to a bridge they'd stop so that they could dance on the bridge where they could hear the clogging of their feet against the thing, and they'd sing the whole while riding horseback, but every time they came to a bridge they'd have to dance.
Down in Louisiana, we have a Cajun Christmas. There ain't much snow in the Bay, don't know, but you're welcome to come with us. Uncle Joe and Annie Flo come rolling down the bayou, bringing jugs of Christmas cheer to wash down Crawford's pile. Then the fiddles come out and the kids all shout, and the uncles and the aunts start to dance about. Tap-calls picking out diggy diggy low. It's a Cajun Christmas down on the bayou. Grandma's got the cooking pot boiling in the kitchen. The house smells good with Cajun food from mixing all the fixings. The goose is stuffed with dirty rice, boudin and jambalaya. Doodah's frying catfish, dirty called an atchfalaya. Then the fiddles come out and the kids all shout, and the uncles and the aunts start to dance about. Grandpa's picking out diggy diggy low. It's a Cajun Christmas down on the bayou. From Bossier down to New Orleans, it's Christmas time for Cajuns. The fiddles sing, the guitars playing, the Cordovox is raging. Bring out all those Christmas carols, we know how to sing 'em. With the parable well and the jingle bell and the T-Bears all ringing. Then the fiddles come out and the kids all shout, and the uncles and the aunts start to dance about. Tadpoles picking out diggy diggy low. It's a Cajun Christmas down on the bayou.
My wife Marcia and I wrote that song about a mythical Cajun Christmas, but it's not too far from the truth. It's about family and food and music. But many years ago, there was no Papa Noel or Santa Claus. There was Petit Jesus, little Jesus, who came down the chimney and put the gifts in the stockings that were hung around the fireplace on Christmas Eve.
When you talk about Jour de Noël, it was a big thing for us. It was not Christmas. It was Noël, Jour de Noël. And we would look forward for that, for the Petit Jésus to come bring us some toys, a little doll and some orange and apple and banana. We was happy with that.
Il est né le divin enfant, jouez au poil, résonnez musette. Il est né le divin enfant, chantons tout son avènement. Nous voici dans cet heureux temps, annoncé par tous les prophètes. Nous voici dans cet heureux temps, appelés de nos vœux heureux temps, appelé de nos voeux Adam. Il est né le divin enfant, jouez au bois, résonnez musette. Il est né le divin enfant, chantant tous son avènement.
Christmas wasn't like it is now, because we were raised in the country, and we were raised on a farm. There was no electricity, no gas, and we had to live off the land. So Christmas wasn't too much at that time. I mean, we didn't get no big gifts like the kids get now. We'd hang stocking by the fireplace, and sometimes we'd get one apple and a bar of candy. That's all we'd get. Pack of firecracker. It wasn't like it is now.
Vive le vent, vive le vent, vive le vent d'hiver, qui s'en va sifflant, soufflant dans les grands sapins verts. Oh, vive le vent, vive le vent, vive le vent d'hiver, beau de neige et chaud de l'an et banane et grand-mère. Oh, vive le vent, vive le vent, vive le vent d'hiver, qui s'en va sifflant, soufflant dans les grands sapins verts. Oh, vive le vent, vive le vent, vive le vent d'hiver, beau de neige et chaud de l'an et banane et grand-mère. Joyeux Noël et bonne année!
Christmas was more special then than probably it is now, because it was a time of family and it was a time of get together, and it wasn't beautiful things. It was, it was just something that came. We had nothing, so we used our resources to make our tree beautiful, and we had our families, and we got one gift if we were lucky. I can remember one year I didn't think I was going to get anything, and I had one rosary. And that's all I had that year, and it was hung on a tree. And I'll always remember that Christmas. It was special. That's the only thing I ever had.
La nuit est tranquille, la nuit elle est saine. Tout est tranquille et tout est brillant. Cher Sainte Vierge, c'est elle et son petit. Cher petit enfant qu'il est si mignon. Dans la paix du paradis. Dans la paix du paradis. La nuit est tranquille, la nuit elle est saine. Tout est tranquille.
Il est né and Vive le Vent were performed by Cajun fiddler Michael Doucet and friends. Silent Night was translated and performed by accordionist Harrison Fontenot, who lives in Vidrine, Louisiana, and builds accordions in a workshop behind his home. He recorded this classic Cajun single, a waltz on one side and a two-step on the other, so that people could dance to their favorite Christmas songs. Take the basic accordion, add a fiddle and a rhythm section, and you have a modern Cajun dance band.
Christmases were rather meager, other than a lot of food. But there were no turkeys. You couldn't buy turkeys unless you raised them, and no one in our neighborhood raised them. But we usually had a roasted goose.
Mary Alice Fontenot was born in Eunice 80 years ago. She's well known as the author of Cajun children's stories about Clovis crawfish, and her recollections of Christmas are echoed by all her generation. There was lots of food because they raised it themselves, but precious little else. And pork was the most common meat. Before Christmas there'd be a boucherie, a butchering, and everything on the hog with the hair and hooves would be used. For andouille and boudin, 2 kinds of sausage. For tasso, smoked meat. For chaudin, the stuffed stomach of the hog. For jambalaya, roast pork with garlic. And there would be baking of pies and cakes and making of candies from the popcorn, peanuts, syrup, and bonnet, or sesame seeds, which are also a part of the rich Cajun harvest.
The only time in the year that you would have wine would be on the Christmas holiday, and they would have this table wine, they call it. And what they would do, they would cut it with water and add a little sugar to it.
Trinquez, trinquez les verres à la main en espérant les autres. Trinquez, trinquez les verres à la main en espérant les autres. Oh, toutes les chansons que les femmes ont chantées méritent un coup à boire. Oh, toutes les chansons que les femmes ont chantées méritent un coup à boire. Trinquez, trinquez les verres à la main en espérant les autres. Trinquez, trinquez les verres à la main en espérant les autres. Oh, toutes les chansons que les hommes ont chantées méritent un coup à boire. Oh, toutes les chansons que les hommes ont chantées méritent un coup à boire. Trinquez, trinquez les verres à la main en espérant les autres. Trinquez, trinquez les verres à la main en espérant les autres. Oh, toutes les chansons que Henry a chantées méritent un coup à boire. Oh, toutes les chansons que Henry a chantées méritent un coup à boire. Trinquez, trinquez les verres à la main en espérant les autres. Trinquez, trinquez les verres à la main en espérant les autres. Oh, toutes les chansons les Cajuns ont chanté méritent un coup à boire. Oh, toutes les chansons les Cajuns ont chanté méritent un coup à boire. Trinquez, trinquez les verres à la main en espérant les autres. Trinquez, trinquez les verres à la main en espérant les autres.
Trinquet, Trinquet, O Holy Night, and Deck the Halls were all performed by Michael Doucet. You're listening to A Cajun Christmas. The Cajuns, of course, are noted for their joie de vivre. One of the most famous Cajun phrases is "Laissez les bon temps rouler," let the good times roll. But they're also capable of expressing great sadness, as much of their history tells of heartbreak and struggle. In this next song, a waltz called No Christmas for the Poor, D.L. Menard sings of a little boy whose mother is sick in the hospital, l'hôpital. D.L.'s wife, Luelle, calls it the most beautiful Christmas song ever written, and recalls the tears rolling down the cheeks of the waitresses in the clubs where D.L. sang this song.
Garçon, le sac qui m'a approché.
dit à moi, pas de présent que je vais avoir cette année. Quand je sens semaine, Christmas va être là. Et nous autres, et le monde qui trouve pas. Ma mère est bien malade dans l'hôpital. Et mon père traitateur a pas de job. Mais le jour de Christmas, moi je vais pleurer. Après guetter les 10 enfants qui s'appelaient jouer. Un autre Christmas presque sûr en bas des sorts. Tout le monde peut voir, y a pas de Christmas pour les pauvres. On a perdu notre maison et notre champ. N'a plus de moyens, il faut marcher à la grosserie. N'a pas resté d'une petite maison en loyer. Ça t'a souhaité que l'ouvrage pourrait partir. Mais le jour de Christmas, faut je vais pleurer. Après jongler, comment t'entrer, si entrer papa. Ma mère qui est bien malade dans l'hôpital. On peut remercier les hôpitaux de charité.
We wanted some lights on the tree, so we put some small candle and tie them to the limbs and then light them. And then anything we could find, little cups, little pictures, you know, small stuff that we could find or buy or somebody would give us, we'd hang that on the limbs.
We used to color sheets of paper, like the writing paper. We'd color them and we'd glue them together with old-time paste, and we'd make a chain. Or they had a certain kind of tree that had those little round balls, and we'd get that and we'd dip that in the paint, and that was our ornament. And jar lids, because in those days you had to can preserves, like they can say, your vegetables and everything, and we take the jar lids and we dip them in paint or glue a little picture from a Sears Roebuck catalog, and that was our Christmas decorations.
And we'd made our own star to put on the top, you know, made a star to put on the top of the tree.
about your own personal memories of Christmas when you were young?
Well, when I was a little boy, very young, we did not exchange gifts. It was partly that it was not in our vocabulary very much. Plus, that was in the Depression years, so there was no money to buy anything. It wasn't until I became about maybe 7, 8 years old that we began to get gifts at Christmas.
Larry Miller is an accordion and percussion maker from Iota, Louisiana. His wife Jackie makes traditional Mardi Gras costumes. He remembers getting fresh oranges and bananas for Christmas when he was a youngster, and that was a big treat. Here Comes Santa Claus is being played by Joe Bonsall, and White Christmas, something which would be unlikely in South Louisiana, was by the popular Cajun dance band Cajun Gold. I'm Monty Brown, and you're listening to Cajun Christmas. Harry LaFleur has an auto body shop on the highway between Eunice and Opelousas. He lives in a mobile home beside his shop, and as he got out his fiddle to play a tune his grandfather taught him, he told of a boyhood Christmas entertainment involving a fiery ball.
They had what you call a boule de feu. A boule de feu, now there's very few people knows what that is. It's a ball of fire. It's made out of old linen, clothes and stuff, and you take a wrap and you take a baling wire. That's how it was made, with a baling wire, and you put the clothes together and you go a couple around, and then you make it tight, like a little bale, and heavy enough so you can handle it. Now you would put this in kerosene for about 2 weeks, submerge into kerosene. Then you'd pull it out and let it drip, and you had a little handle with a wire. Now you set this on fire, and the younger generation would go out there and see which one could throw this ball of fire the highest.
Christmas dans la Louisiane. Garde dans les yeux tous les petits enfants, sans exciter pour ouvrir leurs présents. Maman fait cuire du gombo, papa a acheté du vin. Après espérer ma marraine et mon parrain. Joyeux Joyeux Noël, c'est Christmas dans la Louisiane. À l'heure de minuit, on va prier au petit Jésus. Pour notre bonheur, on a eu toute notre vie. Les enfants vont s'amuser, passer l'heure de minuit. Christmas dans la Louisiane, moi je connais, on est tout béni. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Joyeux Noël, c'est Christmas dans la Louisiane.
Along the Mississippi River, they have levees, and they're huge levees to retain the Mississippi River from flooding. And on Christmas Eve, the custom is they build bonfires on the levee, and they space them about every 2 or 3 miles, just like landing lights on a runway at the airport. And the reason for this is to guide Santa Claus down from the skies, and that he won't miss their little house for the little kids to bring the toys and the joy.
There is a folklore creature that they call Madame Grondois, Mrs. Big Finger. The old lady that scratches on your window pane at night or on the window screen with her long fingernails. And of course, this was to frighten the children and make them behave. And Madame Grondois would always appear to be in a place where kids weren't supposed to go, like the rickety loft at the barn or the closet where the mother had hid the presents. So they would say, "Look, don't you go there, no. Madame Grondois up there." And they didn't go.
La Valse Cadienne de Noël was by a group called Les Amies Louisianaises. That's a group of 4 women who were raised in strong traditional Cajun families. It Came Upon a Midnight Clear was by Michael Doucet. Mary Alice Fontenot told about Madame Grandois. And Johnny Allen sang Christmas Time in Louisiana. You're listening to A Cajun Christmas. To judge by recent songs and stories, there's an increasing emphasis on La Veille de Christmas. That's Christmas Eve. The Basin Brothers play the first one, and Hassa Ortego tells of the Cajun night before Christmas, wherein Santa Claus trades in reindeer for alligators when he enters Louisiana.
Les petits assis au ras le foyer, amène lui un soir, c'est la veille du Christmas. Your maman et papa aussi contents pour voir les figures à les enfants.
La veille de Christmas sur un grand bayou. C'était la veille de Christmas dans le pays des Acadiens, ce monde bien connu comme des bons vieux Cajuns. Dans l'état de la Louisiane où ils ont longtemps trouvé, les cocodrilles, bullfrogs et les crévisses vivaient. Ce soir, il y avait beaucoup de brouillard. Toutes choses étaient trempes, pareil comme un vieux canard.
Christmas Eve on the Big Bayou. It was the night before Christmas on a big bayou, where live some of them Cajuns that is tried and true. It's a place where them Cajuns done long ago found. There's some alligators, frogs, and crawfish around. All over them bayous was dripping lots of fog. Ain't nothing what was stirring, not even a frog. And there was in the air a aroma of fish, and them sauce piquants, them Cajun special dish, that come from a cabane that you call a cabin, where a papa and mama live with their gamins. On this night, them gamins was put early to bed, and dreams of crawfish pie was dancing in their heads. And my friend, you should have saw the gown mama wore that night. It matched papa's longest that is always too tight. Then they hear in the yard a heck of a clatter. Doggone, says papa. I gotta check out the matter. It was cold outside, and by the moon's full glow, Papa see the ground covered with mud instead of snow. Then his eyes done got goggled when he seen appear a great big sled that was overloaded with gear. And it most throwed him down when he had saw it hauled in the slick mud by 8 alligators that crawled. And driving them was Santa with a whip in hand to speed up his delivery in this bayou land. Them alligators were slow, but they moved a little fast when Santa shouted at them with somewhat of a blast. Doggone it, you rascals, let's make fast with the crawl. Sacre bêtas, y'all know I don't want y'all to stall. Papa him, he was half frozen in his tracks, but he thought, que le tonnerre mes chiens, what has our God done wrought? Then Papa get excited, and like a fleeing mouse, he done scurried real quick to the behind of the house, 'cause he knew in the back door there was a big crack through which he could peep when Santa opened his pack. He done saw Santa have him a big pot belly that shake as he worked, like Mama's muscadine jelly. And in them stockings and boxes he found was there, placed by Papa, Mama, and them gamins with care, Santa put toys, goodies, and some homemade boudin, and crackling and sausage they could eat le matin. Then, wow! He scored him 100 when he put a jug in Papa's big boots that he had left on the rug. Hot dog, no, thought Papa. I'm now gonna shout to all them Bayou Cajuns that has any doubt that I done got the proof to make certain the news that it's Christmas time now on all them bayous. Then he seen Santa sigh and go quick to the door, where he turned around once as if checking the flow. And let me tell you something, when he leave that house, he do it like he was one of them well-known mouse. And again like he had do when at first he came, Santa fussed at them gators, this time calling names. Allons Pierre, allons Jacques, allons Chou et Sauterelle, allez frères, allez chiens, allez sucre et chandelle. Dépêchez-vous, you rascals, make fast with the crawl. Sacre bétail, y'all know I don't want y'all to stall. So they crawled and they vanished in the foggy night, as Papa heard Santa cry with a little more might. A doggone it, y'all. If you don't make with more haste, I's gonna turn each of y'all into a Christmas suitcase.
While most Cajun dance bands play traditional songs, Paul Daigle, Robert Elkins, and Cajun Gold play mostly original tunes. La Veille de Noël tells of a lonely Christmas Eve with only the sound of the prairie wind for company.
C'est ça le jour qui me faisait aussi content. Comment ça peut être que j'ai des larmes dans les yeux? J'apprends espérer le jour de Noël, moi tout seul. J'attends le vent qui souffle autour de la maison. Il semble d'avoir les mêmes mémoires que moi. Des fois ça semble comme si il dit le nom qui est sur mon idée. Des fois ça semble comme si il pleure pour moi et toi. Ça semble le vent il dit. Oh, ça fait mal d'être tout seul. Oh, ça fait mal quand tes mémoires sont tristes le soir. Oh, yeah, je vais m'ennuyer la veille de Noël. Oh, le vent, il se rappelle des choses qu'on a fait. Fait plus. Oh, les bonnes promesses, tout cassé, tout fini. Oh, yeah, je vais m'ennuyer la veille de Noël.
Nunc Ali, or Uncle Ali Young, is 78 years old, but he still plays regularly at cafes and festivals. He lives near Basile on the same land occupied by his father and grandfather before him. Nunc Ali learned accordion at the age of 8 by listening to his fiddle-playing uncle, and he remembers playing the fado-dos and house dances, or bal de maison, around Christmas time. The word fado-do comes from a lullaby, "Go to sleep, little one." The mothers would put their children to sleep in one room of the house so that the grown-ups could party in the other rooms. Often, an accordion would be the entire band.
Fais dodo tineg, dans les bras de ta maman. Saute par la fenêtre, viens joindre ton aigle dans les dents de python. New Year was recognized more than Christmas. Those old people, I remember they'd go from house to house and wish a Happy New Year to their friends, and it was very nice. And now they don't do that no more. Or if they meet, they'll do it, but at that time, they made an effort to go, either on horseback or wagon or buggy, and they'd go in the neighborhood and wish them a Happy New Year.
Bonjour, bonne année, que les souhaite à tous, idées années, que les souhaite à tous. Madame, bonjour, bonne année, monsieur, bonjour, bonne année, madame, bonjour, bonne année, monsieur. Madame, bonjour, bonne année, madame, bonjour, bonne année, monsieur, bonjour, bonne année, madame.
This is Michael Doucet playing a traditional Creole New Year's song that he learned from Canray Fontenot. You've been listening to A Cajun Christmas, the songs, stories, and traditions of people from the bayous and prairies of French Louisiana. Many thanks to Pat Meir, Randall Labrie, S.J. Laborde, Lena Cormier-Landry, and Larry Miller, to Floyd Swallow, and all the folks we know in the Cajun parishes. I'm Monty Brown, wishing you a joyeux Noël et une bonne année. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Cajun Christmas is a production of Red River Radio.